Hello, everyone. This is Jerry Rogers, your AMS Campus Administrator, along with Ryan Calvo. The purpose of this tutorial is to show you the use of the operational plan and status report. When you're logged into AMS, you'll click on your workspace template. By this time, you should have entered your NMC mission and ESIP, your outcomes, your means of assessment and success criteria, your summary of data, and user results. The next thing would be the operational plan. So click on Operational Plan. And then you'll notice that you need to check it out. Scroll to the bottom, and under Actions, you'll click Select Set, which is at the bottom right. We'll be selecting an existing set of outcomes. So bubble in the outcome that you already inputted and hit Continue. For this operational plan, we will only be selecting one of your AUOs, SLOs, or PLOs. In this case, I'm just selecting AUO 1. And that's because in your column 5, maybe your recommendations or your reflections revealed that there was more that needed to be done to successfully evaluate this AUO or to make it better for your clients or students. So once you check mark the box, you'll hit Accept and Return to Plan. And then to the right, you'll see an Add New Action. We'll click on that. We'll check this little box if it happens to show up and hit Continue. And then here, this is showing you an action item that is tied to AUO 1. So perhaps our action item title might be a program review process. And so the action item details would include anything that would help BAFC or someone else who needs to know about your request for funding to justify this request. Okay, and then your implementation timeline, you can put 6 to 12 months. And this is just a generic timeline. Obviously, you would cater this to your own needs. And then the key personnel, this would be your program coordinator, which is the title, or the director of your department, and then the name. Your measures, this is going to be so these measures help to justify your need for more funding. And then you may not require funding. So if budget approval is required, you would say yes. And if there is no budget necessary, but maybe it's decreasing the number of students in your class, then that might not require a budget. And so you could hit no. It really depends upon whatever your action item might be. And then if you do have a request for an amount, you want to make sure that you don't put any decimals and no commas. And then your priority level, you would select from this drop down. I'm just going to select high. And then you would hit Apply Changes. And then your action item is tied to your AUO. If you had a different action item, you could certainly add that here. If you had any budget proposals, you could add those here. But if you're satisfied with that, you'll simply check it in. The next thing is to show you status report. So we'll click on status report. Again, you cannot fill in a status report until you've done the operational plan, which is dependent upon the summary of data, which is dependent upon the means of assessment. So if you've done all these parts of the assessment cycle, then you can click on the status report. The status report is just to simply give you a better understanding of your status based on the action item you're requesting. So we'll check out again. And then here, there's going to be an Add Status button. We'll click on it. And your current status, you can select from any of one of these. It could be not started, in progress, completed, not implemented. I'm just going to put in progress. For the budget status, again, you can click any of these. I'm just going to put pending approval. Additional information. So this information is to help you and other parties know the status of the action plan. The next steps, and just as the title says, these are next steps to implementation. And then you would hit submit. Once you're satisfied with your action item and the status of that action item, then you can go ahead and check in. And that's how you go ahead and insert information for an operational plan and a status report. Thank you.